Hi, crafty friends. This is Leah Lawson, and I'm excited to share this fun new card on my YouTube channel today. Now, spring may have sprung where you're from, but up in Montana, we are still getting a dusting of snow every single day on our mountains, and technically, our ski slopes are still open through the end of this week. So I have reached for the Alpine Village Stamp and Die from Concord and Ninth, and I'm going to create a fun, final, wintry themed, kind of an ode to the end of the ski season before the mountains all switch to summer activities type of card. So I am not going to do the die cutting on the video. So instead, I'm going to showcase all of the different cardstocks that I will be doing the die cutting from, which includes that big main die, which kind of sets your scene. I am going to cut the sky from that Ombre patterned paper, which is a scrapbook.com exclusive, and then also cut it from white and a couple shades of gray. I am going to die cut those evergreen trees from 2 shades of green, the ski lift from black, and then the cute little lake and the cars to the ski lift in a shade of aqua blue. The sun will be cut from ivory glitter cardstock, and the snow caps for the mountains will be cut from white glitter cardstock. Now, this is a great time to pause the video, die cut the dies from whatever colors that are your preference, come back, press play, and we are going to start assembling the card together. So here I have an A2 sized white card base, and I am just going to start assembling it. I am starting with the bottom of the card. There's a little leftover piece of washi tape that I probably should have taken this out of the video, but I forgot before I started doing the voiceover, so that's okay. We'll just peel that off. And I'm just using a little bit of liquid glue to help set the scene here. Now, the 2 kind of snowy banks, those are just white on white. You could have probably just left them off if you wanted to, but I decided to go ahead and use them. Makes the card a little bit sturdier and really helps make that cute little road that I cut from gray really pop out. Now, before I continue assembling, the stamp set has these cute little stones, and I wanted to make sure that I stamped them before I added any dimension and made it a little bit harder to stamp in a stamping platform. I wanted to make sure I stamped it. I used a little bit of tone on tone, so I just used a light gray or Misty Coast, and I added those fun little stones. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment directly to the card front as well. I just love that cute little sentiment. And so I am just making sure that I leave enough room for the little pond or the little lake to go. So you can just use your die cut piece to help with that. And then once I have the sentiment all set and placed to go, I am just inking it up in some nice onyx black ink. I want the sentiment to be nice and crisp and really pop off the card. So now that we did the stamping that's direct to card, I'm going to go ahead and glue the sky. Now, didn't that ombre paper make such a beautiful sunset? I am 100% in love with that paper. So if you've never used it before, it's got some fantastic options in it. Now, I decided to pop the mountain pieces up with foam tape just to give it a little bit of added dimension. Now, when I put all of the pieces, I noticed that I had just a little bit of excess from the card base, so I just went ahead and trimmed that off so you wouldn't be seen when I took photos and also when I go to give it away. We have just a couple of additional elements to add to the front. I am just gluing them down with some liquid glue, and that is our ivory glitter sun, which is setting, so I placed it a little bit behind the mountain, and then the glittery snow caps. Now, off camera, I put a couple of thin pieces of foam tape on the back of the ski lift, the first layer of the ski lift, just to give it some dimension on that cute little mountain there. And then we are going to I'm just using an embellishment tool to grab the second layer, or the little ski cars, or the little lift cars, to add to the top, just to give a little pop of color on the mountain. There is a lot of white and very light gray, so the little bit of pop of color here and there is nice. Now, I want my pond to be shimmery because in Montana, our lakes and ponds are still pretty frozen. So I am covering it in some two-way glue. You can use any type of glue. You could even use your Barely Arts glue. And I am covering that in a mix of Prisma and chunky glitter that I just keep in a nice big container. And look at how fun that glittery pond is. Now, the die set for this has cute little people that you can add onto the pond as they're skating. I decided to keep this just a little bit simpler. I didn't include the people, and I actually didn't include any of the cute little houses or cabins either. I just decided to keep it a simple scene, but you could absolutely take it a step further and add those elements to the scene if you want to. Now, I want my trees to look like they have glittering snow on them. So I grabbed some bleed-proof white paint, which is a little dry. I think I actually maybe need to grab a new jar of it, but it worked for what I needed. I just had to dig down a little deep. So I grabbed some, just have added some water to it, and now I am going to splatter, pardon me, I lost my train of thought. I'm going to splatter some white onto those trees so that they have the look, they have some snow on them. And I think that they turned out super cute. I'm going to take it a step further, and while they're still a little wet, I'm going to dip them in that same glitter so that they kind of look like they're also glittering. One thing about the mountains in springtime is we have a little bit more sunshine. So the snow that's still there, or the fresh snow that comes, does happen to look like it's glittering. And that was the premise for this card. I wanted it to look like a spring mountain scene, the final week of skiing. You could even send this to your skiing and snowboarding friends who are maybe sad that the end of their season is coming or is coming soon. So this would be a fun card for that. I just am placing the trees now, just kind of sporadically so that it looks like a fun little mountain scene. This would be really cute to have some skiers on it as well. So one final step is adding these sparkling clear jewels to my sky. I wasn't intending on doing this, but some of those white splatters somehow landed on the sky, and I didn't really want them to be visible. So I'm adding these little jewels, kind of considering it like the first stars you see in the sky before the sky gets really dark. Now that is my cute May Your Day Be Snowy and Bright card. I think this would be a great birthday card for people that have a winter birthday as well. And really, it can be used for any occasion. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching this Alpine Village scene come to life. I guess it's more of an alpine landscape because I didn't use the little houses or the people. That is all that I have for you today. Here are some more videos that you might enjoy from my channel, and I would love for you to like, subscribe, do all the things, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome day.